What's up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Brad 2501 here. Okay, guys, got a video here that I've been meaning to do, but I've been kind of dreading it because, to me, this character has always been like pure cringe, and that is Crash Bandicoot. This is what happens when Crash Bandicoot meets Jesus. This is by Supernatural AI Crash Gen Films. Long ass names, shorten it, Blaze. Anyway, so yeah, let's see what happens. I dread this because I always found his character to be pretty cringe. So let's see what we got here. Okay, and go.
It was another sunny day on Woomba Island, and Crash
the hell is that?
Was up to his usual.
That's an egg.
Jumping, spinning, and collecting Wumpa fruit as he darted through the lush.
That is not a Wumpa fruit.
For years, Crash had been racing through the island's dangers, dodging obstacles, battling Dr. Neo Cortex, and saving his friends from perilous situations.
Can't tell what that's supposed to be. That looks like. Oh God!
Was what Crash
see, that's a Wumpa fruit.
But today,
they actually get that one right.
As he sprinted through the trees, a peaceful breeze swept.
This Crash that they're showing, he kind of looks like the one from
Crash slowed down.
The Skylanders series, if you ever saw it.
It wasn't the usual tense atmosphere he was used to when Cortex was plotting something. The distant sounds of the jungle seemed to fade, replaced by a strange stillness. Crash came to a halt, scratching his head in confusion.
Well, that one looks weird.
Just ahead, the jungle opened up into a glowing path that seemed to shimmer with an otherworldly light.
Oop, you found a secret.
I'd never seen this part of the island before.
You just clipped out of the map, dude.
Trying to make out what was at the end of the glowing trail. Whoa! Crash muttered under his breath. His curiosity got the best of him, and he cautiously moved forward, feeling an unexplainable pull toward the light. As Crash followed the
Don't
path,
head toward the light.
The jungle around him gradually disappeared.
So he just died
replaced
then.
by a wide open field of vibrant flowers and a sky glowing with hues of gold and white.
I picture Jesus sitting there like Buddha, you know?
Was a man unlike anyone Crash had ever seen
sitting on that
before.
stone like Buddha.
The man was dressed in simple robes, his presence radiating peace and warmth. There was something about him that made Crash stop in his tracks.
It's Kid Crash. Oh my God, they're gonna do a Crash Generations video game.
His voice gentle yet full of strength. Crash blinked in surprise. Whoa, he exclaimed, taking a step.
Whoa! That's how you're supposed to say it.
You know me?
That's why I dreaded this, because of the cringe.
His eyes kind and full of understanding. Yes, Crash, I've known you for a long time.
At the very least, they should have thought to give Crash a Australian accent.
Who are you? He asked, tilting his head, confusion clear on his face. I am Jesus, the man replied.
I am that
Crash's
I am.
His eyes widened. He had heard about Jesus before. Coco
Yeah,
had
that one
mentioned
looks
him
weird.
once when they were talking about legends and ancient stories.
Coco knows him.
He had never expected to meet him. Jesus.
Meeting Jesus would be like the most massive head trip
What are
ever.
you doing here?
It would
On
destroy
Woomba
you.
Island?
Yeah, at the same time, it would be like the greatest
Jesus
blessing.
smiled, his eyes sparkling with love. I've been with you all along, Crash.
Oh, that's a
Every
good
time
one.
You faced danger, every battle, every sprint through life. I was there, even when you didn't know it. Crash was stunned. But I'm just Crash, he said, glancing at the ground.
It's like they're gonna do a Crash movie, live-action Crash movie. That's it right there.
Why would you care about me?
At least he doesn't look like ugly Sonic, because that would be
His presence was
horrifying.
calming and powerful. Because I created you, Crash. I made you with a purpose, something far greater than just collecting treasures or defeating enemies. Crash's ears perked up, and he looked at Jesus, a mix of curiosity and confusion in his eyes. A purpose? What kind of purpose? Jesus knelt down so
What the hell? That was a weird-looking one right there.
Crash, your life isn't just about running through obstacles or stopping the next bad guy. I've given you gifts.
Or collecting
courage,
fruit.
boldness, and a heart that always tries to do what's right.
Crash like those Wumpa fruits, like DK,
Your
like
true purpose
bananas.
is to know me and to live in peace and love, sharing that light with others. Crash felt something stir deep inside him. For as long as he could remember, his life had been about jumping.
That's like you'd
from
see him on a
one adventure to the
Valentine or
next,
something, you know?
always trying to stay ahead of danger. But now, standing in front of Jesus, he realized there was something deeper, something far more meaningful than all the Wumpa fruit and battles combined. I don't know if I can do that, Crash said softly. I've always been about the next mission, the next treasure. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah, crystals
Jesus
and
smiled
gems.
You don't have to do it.
See, that one right there, he does look like a kid.
I'll be with you every step of the way. If you follow me, I will lead you to a life filled with true peace, joy, and purpose. Crash took a deep breath, the weight of everything sinking in. He had always thought he was on his own, just trying to survive and win each day. But now, knowing that Jesus had been with him all along, it felt like a door to a new kind of adventure was opening. One that didn't rely on spinning, jumping, or defeating enemies. I want to follow you, Crash said with conviction in his voice. I want to know what it's like to have real peace. Jesus reached out and gently placed a hand on Crash's shoulder. Then come, Crash. Walk with me and I will show you the way.
I'd love to see these things like fully animated with better voice acting. I just think they'd be so wholesome.
Before. It wasn't like the excitement of a new adventure or the rush of dodging traps. This was different, deeper. It was the peace of knowing he wasn't alone, that his life had a greater purpose than just surviving the next day. As Crash began to walk beside Jesus, they talked about everything. His battles with Cortex, his victories, his fears, and his dreams for the future. And with every step, Crash felt lighter. Like the burden of always having to be the hero was no longer his to carry alone. In that moment, Crash knew his life had changed forever. His adventures were far from over, but now they had a new meaning, a purpose beyond the chase, beyond the danger. Now, he was on a journey with the greatest guide he could ever have. And so Crash Bandicoot's story didn't end with a final boss or a hidden treasure. It continued, but this time, with a deeper understanding of who he was. And
the story never really ends.
He no longer just ran through life. He walked with a purpose, guided by the one who had been with him all along. If Crash's encounter with Jesus speaks to you, why not take a moment to think about the greater purpose in your own life? Just like Crash discovered a peace that goes beyond the adventure.
I'd like to think the greater purpose that God gave me was to
through Jesus.
Bring happiness and smiles to all of you.
Know what you think. What adventures in your life have
I hope I do that
something more
every day.
Hey, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoy.
Even on a day like this when you guys don't really watch.
Stay updated on more awesome content. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. What's your story?
Well, I keep going and I try to bring happiness and smiles to you guys. Maybe that's my purpose. I do it for God and I do it for the one that He gave me so that I could keep going. Some of the other worst times of my life where I wouldn't have kept going without her. But I do keep going, and I'll always keep going. To be here for you guys for as long as you guys will have me. As long as I can keep bringing smiles, I'll still be here. And I will see you guys also today and next time. Like this video, subscribe, definitely click on the link to the original. Like the original, subscribe to AI, and like their video and sub to them. I will see you guys next time. Tune in every day for new content, and God bless.